11:47 p.m. Ethan sits at his desk. The laptop is open, books are spread out, and the unfinished to-do list lies right in front of him. The room is quiet, only the blue light from his phone shines on his face. "Just 5 more minutes," he whispers, and his finger already starts scrolling. 5 minutes turn into 45 minutes. When Ethan looks up, the clock feels like it is blaming him. Midnight is coming soon. The pages in front of him are still the same. But his dreams are still there: to graduate with honors, to build his own career, to prove himself to everyone. Ethan does not lack ambition. He lacks the ability to manage distractions. Every night repeats the same story. He sits down with strong determination, almost full of energy. But after only a few minutes, his focus begins to break. A notification, a random thought, an important reason to check something. His mind jumps from one idea to another, never staying long enough to build something valuable. Ethan once thought he only needed more motivation, a better playlist, a stronger cup of coffee, a more powerful moment of inspiration. But deep inside, he knows the truth. His mind is not weak. It is wild. It is like a horse that has never been trained, strong, fast, full of energy, but completely out of control. Every distraction is like an invisible pull on the reins. Every impulsive feeling pulls him in a different direction. And Ethan realizes he is not the rider. He is being dragged by the horse. The worst thing is not failure. It is the repetition, promising himself that tomorrow will be different. Waking up with hope, ending the day with disappointment. That night, when he looks at the unread pages, Ethan feels that something is changing. Maybe the problem is not effort. It is not intelligence either. It is discipline. And discipline, unlike motivation, is not something you wait to feel. It is something you must train. The next morning, Ethan does not wait for inspiration to come. He understands that if his mind is a wild horse, the first thing to do is not to run faster, but to hold the reins again. He does not start studying right away. Instead, Ethan sets a timer for 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. He sits up straight, takes a deep breath, and breathes out slowly. No phone. No random thoughts. When the timer starts counting down, he asks himself only one question. What exactly will I finish in this session? Not study harder, not do a lot. Just one clear goal. Finish the first 5 pages. For the first time, Ethan feels proactive instead of reactive. The horse has not run yet, but the reins are now in his hands. In the next days, he adds another small exercise: 10 minutes of focusing on one fixed point on his desk. It sounds simple, but in those 10 minutes, his mind runs everywhere: weekend plans, unanswered messages, worries about the future. Each time it happens, he does not blame himself. He does not get angry. He gently brings his attention back to the point. Each time he brings it back, it is one more time of training. Ethan slowly realizes managing distractions is not about removing them completely. It is about the ability to bring yourself back to the goal faster each time you lose focus. When he starts studying, he uses the 2 5-minute focus and 5-minute break method. But during the 5 minutes, he does not touch his phone. At first it feels uncomfortable. His hand almost automatically looks for the bright screen. But instead of scrolling, Ethan stands up, walks a few steps, takes deep breaths, or simply looks out the window. He understands that if he keeps getting dopamine from his phone, his brain will never truly rest. At the same time, Ethan changes another important thing. He reads the materials before going to class. He does not need to understand everything. He only needs a basic outline. When the lecturer speaks, the information is no longer strange. He starts connecting ideas instead of trying to catch up. And when he explains the lesson to his younger sister, he discovers gaps in his own understanding. Her simple questions become a mirror that shows his past superficial learning. Ethan returns to his desk, this time not for grades, but because he truly wants to understand. Step by step, quietly, without noise or glory. The horse is still there, still strong, still full of energy. But this time, Ethan is no longer being dragged. He is starting to learn how to ride it. That morning, Ethan still sits at his desk like usual. 2 minutes of breathing, one small goal. But his mind still jumps around as if the wild horse is only quiet for a moment, not truly trained yet. He sighs and leans back in his chair. At that moment, his father walks past his room door. "Are you going to study again?" His father asks. "Yes, but I don't understand why I keep getting distracted. I want to focus, but my mind keeps running everywhere." His father does not give a long lecture. He pulls a chair and sits down in front of him. "Have you ever ridden a horse?" Ethan shakes his head. "I learned horse riding when I was young," his father says slowly. "A horse never listens by itself. If the rider is nervous and pulls the reins too hard, the horse will fight back. If you are too loose, it will run its own way. To control it, you must stay calm and be consistent." Ethan stays silent. You cannot defeat distraction with anger. You can only train it with repetition. "But I feel so weak," Ethan says softly. His father smiles. "You are not weak because you get distracted. You are weak if you give up every time you get distracted." That sentence makes Ethan pause. You think focus means never losing focus, but actually focus is the ability to come back faster than others. His father stands up and puts his hand on his son's shoulder. "Don't try to do too much. Do it regularly. Hold the reins a little every day. One day you will not need to fight anymore." The door closes. Ethan looks at the phone on the desk again. This time he does not hate it. He does not blame it. He simply turns it face down, sets a 2-5-minute timer, and starts reading. In his mind, the image of the horse is still there, strong and stubborn. But instead of trying to force it to stop, Ethan learns to keep his breathing steady and his hands firm. From that day on, every time his mind runs away, he remembers his father's words. It is not about never losing direction. It is about coming back faster. And for the first time, Ethan understands that managing distraction is not a battle. It is a training process. Since the talk with his father, Ethan no longer sees focus as a battle that must be won immediately. He understands that the important thing is not to force the horse to stand still, but to hold the reins each time it moves away. In the next study sessions, his mind still runs away sometimes. Sometimes his hand still wants to turn the phone face up without thinking. But instead of feeling disappointed, Ethan just takes a deep breath like the first 2 minutes of practice and brings himself back to the page. Faster than yesterday. Calmer than yesterday. He starts to rest the way his father said, not too loose, not too tense. After each 2-5-minute session, Ethan stands up, walks around the house or looks at the yard behind it. No screen. No loud noise. Just a quiet moment for his mind to reset. Surprisingly, when he comes back to the desk, he no longer feels heavy like before. His brain is not pulled by constant stimulation anymore. The horse seems to understand the new rhythm. In the evening, Ethan prepares everything for the next day, like a rider checking the saddle before the journey. Books are in the right place. Tasks are written clearly. The phone is charging in the corner of the room, not within reach. He remembers his father's words, "Don't try to do too much. Do it regularly." And Ethan does it regularly. Not every day is perfect. Some days he feels tired. Some days he gets distracted more than usual. But the difference is that the time he loses focus becomes shorter. Coming back becomes more natural. No more blaming himself. No more quitting the whole session because of one mistake. After a few weeks, Ethan notices a deeper change than grades or performance. He no longer asks himself if he has enough motivation. He just starts when it is time. Another evening, 11:47 p.m., and appears on the clock again. The laptop is open. The books are ready. The phone lies face down on the desk like a silent agreement. No more inner struggle. No more excuses. Ethan opens the first page and starts reading. The wild horse is still there, as strong as before, but now it moves with his hands. And for the first time, Ethan clearly understands what his father meant. Discipline is not about tying the horse down. It is about learning to ride it every day. 28 days ago, Ethan sat at his desk and was dragged by his own mind. He thought he lacked motivation. He thought he lacked inspiration. But the truth was never there. The problem was not that the horse was too strong. The problem was that the rider did not know how to hold the reins. From 2 minutes of breathing, before starting, to 10 minutes of focusing on one fixed point, from 25 minutes of studying without touching the phone to preparing every evening for the next day. None of these things were impressive. There was no big jump. There were only small returns again and again. And one day, Ethan realized he was no longer fighting distraction. He simply started. No waiting for feelings. No need for motivation. No need for excitement. The wild horse never disappeared. It is still full of energy, still fast like before. But now it no longer decides the direction. Ethan does, if you see yourself in this story. If you have ever sat at your desk and told yourself, just 5 more minutes. Remember one thing. You do not need to change your whole life in one night. You only need to hold the reins in this moment. Start with 2 minutes. Set one small goal. And when your mind runs away, gently bring it back. Do this long enough, and you will stop looking for motivation. You will build discipline. Thank you for staying until the end of this story. If this content helps you understand yourself better, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And more importantly, start today. The horse is still there. The question is, are you ready to hold the reins?